7 mind-blowing dog behaviors and the surprising reasons behind them. Hey there, dog lovers! Have you ever looked at your dog and wondered, what on earth are they doing and why? From quirky head tilts to zooming around like tiny tornadoes, our furry friends know how to keep us baffled and entertained. But don't worry, we're here to decode the mysteries behind 7 of your dog's strangest and most adorable behaviors. Let's dive in. Let's start with a classic, the head tilt. You know the one. It's when your dog cocks their head to the side with the cutest, most quizzical look, as if they're trying to solve a riddle. So, why do our dogs do this? It turns out, head tilting isn't just a scheme to get more treats, though it works every time, doesn't it? Research suggests dogs tilt their heads to better locate the source of a sound. By slightly adjusting their head position, they can figure out where your voice is coming from, or focus on those high-pitched squeaky words like walk or treat. There's more! Some experts believe it might also help dogs read our facial expressions better. So next time you catch your pup tilting their head, know it's their way of saying, "I'm really paying attention, human." Have you ever seen your dog launch into a sudden frenzied sprint, tearing across the house or yard, like they've just finished a triple shot of espresso? These bursts of energy, affectionately called zoomies, or scientifically frenetic random activity periods, FRAPs, are as hilarious as they are puzzling. So, why do these wild energy bursts happen? Simple. Zoomies are your dog's way of burning pent-up energy or expressing sheer happiness. It's like when kids eat too much sugar and go bonkers for a few minutes. Dogs, too, just have to let it out. They might get the zoomies after a bath, during playtime, or just because life feels so darn good right then. Next time your pup goes full Tasmanian devil, sit back and enjoy. It's their ultimate feel-good moment. Picture this. Your dog spinning in a perfect circle, trying to capture their own tail, like it's an Olympic event. But what makes a dog suddenly decide their own tail is the toy of the century? Sometimes tail chasing is just harmless fun. Puppies do it to explore their bodies, and adults might do it as a quick way to entertain themselves or grab your attention. But there's more to it than playtime. Tail chasing can also signal boredom or excess energy, and in some cases, even itching or discomfort. If your dog's spinning starts to feel obsessive or looks uncomfortable, it might be time for a chat with your vet. Until then, laugh away when they win the tail-catching gold medal. All right, now let's talk about digging. Whether it's in the backyard, at the beach, or even in their own bed. Dogs seem to dig everywhere like they're auditioning for a construction crew. But why? Dogs dig because it's part of their instinct. In the wild, wolves dig to create safe dens or keep food stashes hidden. Even though your pupper has a comfy bed inside, these behaviors are still coded in their DNA. But digging can have other meanings too. Some dogs dig to blow off steam, cool down, or bury their favorite toys. And if your dog digs in their bedding, they're just fluffing their blanket, like we fluff pillows, to create their perfect cozy spot. Feel free to redirect excessive backyard digging. But hey, maybe let them keep the bed fluffing tradition alive. It's adorable, right? If you've ever been casually standing around and suddenly felt your dog press their weight against your leg, like a furry little clingy magnet, you've experienced the lean. But why do dogs do this? It's simple, really. Your dog leans on you because they love you. Leaning is often a sign of trust and affection. It's their way of saying, "This spot, it's my safe place." Sometimes, leaning can also be their way of getting attention. You might be deep into scrolling on your phone, and your dog thinks, "Excuse me, mere mortal, I'm here." They lean in as a reminder to focus on the most important thing in the room, them. Regardless of the reason, enjoy the moment. It's basically a furry hug in disguise. Dogs are naturally generous, and you've probably noticed this when they proudly bring you random objects from around the house. A sock, a stick, maybe even your remote control. But what's behind their endless gift-giving? When your dog brings you stuff, they're tapping into their natural instincts as pack animals. Back in their wolf ancestry days, sharing food or trophies was a sign of bonding and teamwork, and that's carried over to our domestic doggos. Your dog might also give you gifts to show affection, or because they think you need a little excitement in your life. Here, have this slobbery tennis ball, it'll cheer you up. So, next time your pup delivers a random gift, give them a pat and say, "Thank you." Just hope they don't find something unusual. Dogs sniff everything. The sidewalk, the hydrant, the couch, you, your neighbor's shoe. You get the idea. But why do dogs seem so obsessed with sniffing? The answer lies in their incredible noses. While humans rely on sight, dogs experience the world largely through scent. Their noses are up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. That means they don't just smell a flower. They smell the soil, the bugs that flew by, and even yesterday's rain. Sniffing is how dogs gather information wherever they go. It's their version of reading the headlines or checking their text messages. They can tell who's been there, what they had for lunch, and possibly their mood. So, when your dog insists on sniffing every blade of grass during your walk, remember, they're not procrastinating, they're just engaging their superpower. So, there you have it, 7 of your dog's most mind-blowing, and let's face it, adorable, behaviors explained. From the head tilt to the zoomies, to their generous gifts, every quirky habit has a reason rooted in instincts, emotions, or simply their zest for life. Our dogs may not speak the same language, but their actions tell us so much about what drives them and what makes them happy. Pay close attention to these little habits, and you'll grow even closer to your 4-legged best friend. Which of these quirky behaviors does your dog do the most? Do they chase their tail like it's the ultimate prize, or are they the best head-tilting companion on the planet? Let us know in the comments, and feel free to share your favorite funny dog stories. After all, quirky behavior is what makes our furry friends truly special. And if you loved hanging out with us today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and give your dog a belly rub for being the best mysteries we'll ever have in our lives. See you next time for more Possum Insights.